Dear students, in this video, we'll take up the next topic in our chapter Organic Chemistry, some basic principle and techniques. So far we have completed first three topics. Today we are going to do classification of organic compounds. First of all, two question arises. First is why we are doing classification of organic compound, and second is how we are going to do the classification. So first of all, about the classification. So what is the benefit of doing classification? Classification gives us a systematic way how to study the organic compounds. Okay, it makes the study very logical, systematic and more scientific. Suppose it will help, like there are a lot of organic compounds, so we are not able to study each and every compound. It will be very difficult. So if we can find some similar compounds, then we can place it in one group, then other similar compounds we can place in some other group. Okay, and then we can have some different groups. So these compounds will be similar, some other will be similar, so it will be very systematic, organized. Okay, and it is also possible that by studying some of the compounds of these groups, we can generalize their characteristics. So this can help in our systematic study. So the classification help in systematic study and in generalizing their characteristics. This was the idea behind classification. So next is how we are going to do the classification. Okay, so all the organic compounds, they are basically the carbon chains. Okay, carbon has the property to make very long carbon chains. So that will be our foundation for classification. We'll classify the organic compound into two. First is acyclic or open chain compounds. That means the terminals of the chain, that the two carbon atom at the terminals, they will not be linked to each other, so there will be an open chain. So such compound will be acyclic or open chain compound. Then there will be others in which the two carbon atoms, they will be linked to each other, so they will form a closed chain. This will form an open chain and these one will form a closed chain, that all the carbon atoms will be attached to each other. So they are known as cyclic or closed chain or ring compounds. Further, these ring compounds can be of two types. All the atoms could be carbon or they could be different. So if it is only carbon, then we can say it homocyclic or carbocyclic compound. If some different element atom is there, then we will say it heterocyclic compounds. Again, homocyclic can be of two types. Okay, there is a special case of aromatic compound, other will be alicyclic compounds. And this aromatic compound, they can be of two types, benzenoid or non-benzenoid, benzene type and some other which are not related to benzene family. So let's analyze these. First, acyclic or open chain compound. These compound will consist of straight chain or branched chain. Okay, so either the carbon chain could be there, one carbon, second, then third, then fourth carbon, and so on so forth. It can be 4, 5, 6. So it is a straight chain, no branching. Or it can be like isobutane, it has got a branching. This is butane, this is isobutane. This is having a straight chain, this is having a branched. Okay, so these type of compound will be acyclic or open chain compounds. They are also known as aliphatic compounds. Okay, in case of hydrocarbon we can say aliphatic hydrocarbons. Okay, similarly, like in this is acetaldehyde. This is again open chain because the terminal carbons, they are not attached to each other. This is acetic acid, again same here. Similarly, other compounds could be there which are acyclic. Next is closed chain ring compounds or alicyclic. So whenever the carbon atoms, they form a ring, okay, that is they are attached to each other so that they can form a closed ring. Okay, so they are known as closed chain or ring compounds. Suppose only carbon atom is there, then it will be known as homocyclic or carbocyclic. Okay, and this is also known as aliphatic cyclic compounds. Cyclopropane, cyclohexane, similarly for 4 carbon it could be cyclobutane, for 5 carbon it could be cyclopentane, similarly cycloheptane, and others. Okay, next is like if apart from carbon, if some other atoms are present in the ring, then such compound will be known as heterocyclic compounds. For example, tetrahydrofuran. Okay, similarly other elements could also be present. Okay, these are certain examples. Such rings are heterocyclic rings or heterocyclic compounds. Next is one special case in cyclic compounds, that is aromatic compounds. So there is a rule defined by Huckel which help us to identify the aromatic compounds. It is very simple. Cyclic, planar and conjugated system having 4n plus 2 pi electrons will be aromatic. So we will study about these new words. First is cyclic. Cyclic, simply it will be a closed ring structure. Second is planar. Planar means all the carbon atom present in the ring should be in the same plane. So for being in the same plane, hybridization of each of the carbon atoms should be sp2. So all the carbon atom should have the hybridization of sp2. Then only it is feasible that all the atoms will be in the same plane. Next is conjugated system. Alternate single and double bond. Double, then single, then double, and single and double. Alternate single and double bond, they constitute a conjugated system. Or we can say alternate sigma and pi bond will make up a conjugated system. So it should be cyclic, it should be planar, that all the carbon atoms should have sp2 hybridization, then should have a conjugated system, alternate sigma and pi bond. You must have studied about the hybridization and this type of bonding, that first carbon-carbon bond is, if it is a single bond, then it is sigma bond, and the next bond that is between the p orbitals, then it becomes pi bond. Next is 4n plus 2 pi electrons. Okay, so in the ring, if there are 4n plus 2 pi electrons, where n could be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, any natural number. Okay, so let's see in benzene 2, 4, 6. Total 6 pi electron. So that is, if we put value n is equal to 1, so you get 6 pi electron. So benzene is an aromatic compound because it satisfies the Huckel rule. It is cyclic, it is planar because all the carbon atom has got sp2 hybridization, and it is a conjugated system, alternate sigma and pi bond, single and double bonds. Okay, and it is having 6 pi electrons. Okay, so benzene is an aromatic compound. And similar other benzene type of compounds, that is known as benzenoids. Okay, other similar type of compounds, okay, they are also aromatic. Aniline, again naphthalene, and similarly anthracene and others. Okay, next there are certain non-benzenoid compounds, that these compounds are not related to benzene. For example, tropylone. Okay, so tropylone is also aromatic, but it is not related to benzene. There are certain other aromatic compounds which are heterocyclic. For example, furan. Again, see, let's analyze the Huckel rule over here. Cyclic, planar, conjugated. So is it cyclic? Double bond carbon, double bond carbon, double bond carbon. So all the 4 carbons, they have got sp2 hybridization. Okay, and then oxygen. Okay, oxygen has got 2 lone pair. Okay, so one of the lone pair will be involved in resonance. All the carbon, they are having sp2 hybridization, then oxygen is there, so it is planar. Is it conjugated? Yeah, it is conjugated. See, alternate pi and sigma bond, and then one of the lone pair of oxygen is involved in resonance. So total 2 electron, 2 electron, 4 electron plus 2, 6. Total 6 electron are involved in it. Satisfies Huckel rule, so it is aromatic. Same with thiopene and with pyridine. Again, cyclic, planar, conjugated, and all 4 and pi electrons, 1, 2, 3, 6. Here again nitrogen has got a lone pair, but this lone pair is not involved in resonance. Next topic is functional group and homologous series. So what is a functional group? So basically some atom or groups, they are responsible for some characteristic properties, that is the chemical reaction in an organic compound, and such atom or groups, they are known as functional group, and they decide the chemical reaction, that is they decide what type of chemical properties that organic compound is going to show. That means the functional group, they are the group or atom which decide the chemical properties of an organic compound. Okay, how they are going to react. Okay, that is the chemical reaction, how they are going to give the chemical reaction. For example, hydroxyl group, OH group, that is alcohol. So it will have some characteristic properties. Alcohol series will have some characteristic properties, so it is a functional group, and this will decide how that alcohol is going to behave. Second is aldehyde group, CHO, how an aldehyde will react. Okay. Second is carboxylic acid group, COOH. Similarly, there are certain other functional groups. So basically the functional group is deciding the chemical properties, how the organic compound is going to react. Okay. Next is homologous series, a group of organic compounds having the same functional group. They make up a homologous series, and each of the subsequent members, they differ by CH2 group. That when you add a CH2 group into a member, you will get the next member. Okay, so the mass of CH2 group is 14. So each of the subsequent members, they will be differ by 14 unit mass. For example, take any group: alkane, alkene, alkyne, alcohol, carboxylic group, aldehyde, ketone. You can take anything. For example, like we take methane, add CH2 to it, C2H6. So ethane, add CH2 again, C3H8. Propane, again C4H10. Butane, and C5H12. Pentane, C6H14. Hexane, and henceforth. So just keep on adding CH2 and you will get the next member of the homologous series. Okay, so they must have the same functional group. Each successive member will differ by CH2 group or 14 unit mass. So what we did today is we did classification, why we are doing classification, and then how we are going to do the classification. Okay, next we studied about the functional group, what are the characteristics. Okay, functional group decide the chemical nature, that is the chemical characteristics, or how the organic compound is going to react, how it is going to behave. Next, homologous series, that having the same functional group, it will form a series because carbon form a long carbon chain. Okay, and but just by adding CH2 CH2 CH2, you can get the next member of this series or next member of the family. Okay, in our next lecture we are going to do a very important topic, nomenclature of organic compound. Okay, thank you.